Lucy is a homeless girl who lost her parents, and her mother gave a ring before she left, and she got stuck in an orphanage, but I think she ran away.
All she ever has wanted in her whole life is a family, a mom and a dad, and a family, and a sense of belonging. And she's been orphaned for a long time, who knows since when, and she's just a little girl. And she wants that family connection. She wants that social security of a mom and a dad.
Lucy's role was a real key component, in my opinion. She is the one that opens Danny's mind to becoming, as she says, a real man.
When I was acting, I felt like I was just an actor. I just felt like I was an actor.
Danny is about just a guy. He's a really fun-loving guy. He really wants to do the right thing. He's kind of like the lion in Wizard of Oz. Doesn't have a whole lot of courage.
He's really have a rough time in life and gets beat up by all these bullies and stuff.
When it comes to Danny and Lucy, who's the movie about? I think almost equally, but I think it's more about Danny changing. I mean, they both change in a sense. Lucy becomes, she gets her family. She changes from this homeless girl, and hers is more of like this actual change in her life. Danny's change is more up here. Danny's change is like he stands up for himself, and then, as you see in the mob scene, he's like, if you're gonna kill me, kill me. And right before he gets shot in the head. Oh shoot. Spoiler.
Danny's girlfriend in the movie, she plays a very important role. I think, when I watch the film, I still think sometimes, like, what would, if I had a girlfriend, and I walk up and I'm like, hey, there's a little girl I befriended on the street today, or my wife or something like that, and we're gonna take care of her, honey, and out of nowhere, I can't imagine her being as accepting as Danny's girlfriend was. And I think she's a great person. We don't get a whole lot of footage of her. We don't get to see her a whole lot, but she's very sweet, incredibly kind, and I think when you see them together, it makes sense why they're together.
Without her, Danny wouldn't have ever been out to get this dress. Never would have met Lucy. Never would have went down the wrong street. Had he not gone down the wrong street, those characters wouldn't have come back in the end and saved him from the monsters.
There were times when we were filming that I felt I was acting, and there was times when I felt I wasn't acting. To be truthful, there's a lot of times in my life when I'm just living and I kind of acting all the time, if that makes sense. And so I'm always goofing off and joking around and in my own little land at times. And again, it kind of helped that he and I are pretty similar in a lot of ways. We're both pretty goofy, and we're both irresponsible, and we both have really pointy hair. Working with the other actors in the film was a lot of fun.
We just laughed and we had fun, and we just enjoyed filming with each other.
To be honest, before I did this, I always thought that anybody could act. And we had experiences where Nate and I were going around trying to find actors for the film, and found out a lot of people can't act out there. And it wasn't that hard what we were asking them to do, but
we went downtown and we found some people, and we're like, hey, pretend you hear a noise. And we got some reactions just about like this, nodding their head.
But we were really lucky. We had great people to work with. They were a lot of fun. They did a great job. Everyone donated time and their resources and their effort, and that was so much appreciated. But it was a lot of fun. We made a lot of good friends, both of us, Nate and I. I would say one of my favorite scenes to shot was when we did the big chase scene and some of the fight scenes and chase scenes. And
I really like the kissing booth and the hot dog part. The garbage can scene, that was really fun because I've never been in garbage before.
The scene where Lucy's in the girlfriend's house chokes me up every time. I don't know why. Like, she comes through the door with the music, and that's where I get teary-eyed.
Nathan, I think, found every song, even the song that I wrote, he found it for me. there was a piano at DI and it was for sale, and I started plinking on it, and he asked what song it was I was playing, this one that I wrote years ago, and so he even found that, but he found all the music, but it's great music, and hopefully it's good exposure for them. They donated their music, they donated their time, and again, which is much appreciated, and shows a lot of trust in us. But the music was fantastic. I love the soundtrack. I love it's a lot of fun. It's something you can always listen to, and it's good music, good movie.
The laundry scene, and it smelled so bad in there, and I can't believe I had to go there for like 20 seconds.
So Danny's costume, of course, I mean, was inspired by silent movies. Danny's a big fan of silent movies. So, you know, you got the bow tie, you got the sweater, and his point, he just comes out of the bathroom, he's like, what you think of this? And I'm like, oh, it's awesome.
I really got annoyed, no matter what it was, no matter what scene, if I was in it, I had to do my hair that way, and for, you know, almost a year, I had to do my hair that way every day, and I got all that hairspray and all the gunk in there, and a lot of deodorant. I accidentally used deodorant one time instead of hairspray, which was refreshing. But that was kind of a pain. I was so relieved to actually shoot where I wasn't wearing my bow tie and I was wearing different slacks. And I was just so excited to be a little bit different. I was really happy. I really enjoyed filming that particular day. I hope we're done filming because we tried a toupee a bit ago, and to the point it's still not work. So I don't really want to talk about what I've been doing since, but I will. Not a lot. Not much acting, unfortunately. I kind of moved for the time being. I moved out to the oil fields of Utah, and I'm working out in the oil fields and doing a lot of acting out there, like I'm an oil field roughneck kind of guy, and it's been good for my characterizations, and I'm hoping later on in my future films and whatnot that it'll be a benefit. So it's kind of like there's a Simpsons episode where James Woods goes to research a role at the Quickie Mart, and that's pretty much what I'm doing, only with the oil fields and rigs, you know, for the next little bit, and it's been very good for my acting.
Since then, I've been being in school and been going on trips for the summer.
Just been doing a lot of working and snowboarding in the wintertime and doing a lot of motorcycle riding in the summertime.
We've done like a documentary, we've done some shorts, commercials, and a few film things. We haven't done anything too extensive.
It's always interesting to see your face on the big screen when you're filming something, and I don't like it, really. It's embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, like Danny said. I actually had to I put my head on the chair when I was in the screening room. I put my head on the chair and I was just like looking through my fingers, you know. It was embarrassing. After I was off, I was like, okay, I can sit back down and enjoy it.
Cool, but embarrassing at the same time, because you don't know if you're going to mess up or if you did good or something.
And that's not a fun feeling. It's, you know, especially in front of a lot of people you don't know or you do know. It doesn't really matter, and you just hope that you don't look too bad, and you hope that you're doing a good job, and you hope that people are enjoying the job you're doing and you're acting, and you're hoping that you're portraying what you're acting, and you're hoping that they're getting a sense for exactly what it is that you're trying to convey. And so that's what I'm thinking the entire time I ever see myself on any screen or anything. I'm hoping that that's what's being accomplished. Hold on. Get this. Did you get it? Like, there's no way I couldn't.
Dear God. Sorry. Come down a little, Danny.
Come down?
Yeah, and spread your legs.
Later, Nate.